know me at all, then you know that I cannot draw humans, particularly their hands and their faces. And for figuring out how to draw human hands, I don't even know where to start, but I'm gonna attempt to teach myself how to draw a human face, and possibly you. I mean, I'm not the best teacher, but if you want to try to learn from me, you can do that, you know, if you want to. So I have my notes from school. It's very scary, and we're gonna figure this out, you know, just try to make it work. So first of all, I guess the head is just like a circle and a jaw and, you know, a chin. So basically, for like the neck, which isn't really the face, but it's still kind of relevant, for someone who's like biologically male, their neck is usually like wider, and it's kind of like doesn't go in as much. If I'm understanding what my notes are, and you know that. And for someone who's biologically female, their necks are usually like smaller, so they kind of go in more. They're like more like that. I'm actually gonna color code this. I feel like that's helpful. Do you like my pens? Something that I think most people know is that the eyes are halfway down the face. So like just eyeball it, try to figure out where halfway down the face is, and that's the line that the eyes would go on. And then something else interesting about the eyes is that basically from the front view, a face is typically like, I mean, obviously they vary. Everything about this varies from person to person. Some people have big eyes or small eyes or like big ears. I don't know. But typically, like, their face is about 5 eyes wide, so like a fifth of their face from the front angle would be how big the eyes are. So then the eyes would just go like along this line here. And then about halfway down from there is where the nose would go. So the nose would go somewhere there, wherever feels right. I think the nose is usually like, I don't know. I would have to look at pictures of people to actually know for sure, but I think the nose is basically like the edge of the eyes down is like where the nose is, or maybe the nose is a little bit bigger than that. Like, my best guess. I don't actually know for sure. That's not in my notes, but I think. And everyone has a differently shaped nose in different sizes, which is probably why it's not in my notes, because that's like something that varies a lot, you know, from person to person. So anyway, so that's where the nose would be. So then halfway down from the nose is where the mouth would go. And basically the mouth, about the size, like the size that the mouth is about from the middle of the eyes to the middle of the other eye. And again, everyone like has different sized mouths, so you know, even if you don't follow these ratios exactly, it still works. Oh yeah, so the ears typically go from the eyes to the nose. So basically where the ears connect at the top and bottom is like on the eye and nose lines. So then the hairline is like, everyone has different hairlines. You know, you can have like a big forehead or small forehead or a receding hairline. So honestly, this is not important at all. But it's typically like 2/3 away from the eyes. That doesn't make sense. It's like a third, like down from the eyes to the top of the head. It's like a third of the way down. I wrote 2/3 from eyes to forehead, which doesn't make sense at all. So, so basically, you just want to split the forehead into thirds, and then like the top line is where the hairline is. I don't know what a hairline on a person normally is shaped like. Oh yeah, also, this isn't like that important, but the shoulder width, like people normally don't draw head to shoulders that proportionally, but like if you care, the shoulder width is normally like 3 heads wide, so like next to the head you could fit another head on like where the shoulders go. So I always feel like when I follow this rule it makes the shoulders look really wide, but it's probably correct. And I mean, men typically have broader shoulders than women for what that's worth. So I don't know. But that's what I've heard, so I'm gonna trust whoever told me that and assume that that's proportionate. So basically, I think that's all the tips that I have for you. I have clear sticky notes, and I'm just gonna use this as like a template and draw a bunch of faces, just because I can, to see how well this works. So, yeah. It already looks like a person how it is, though, honestly. It's kind of funny. I think that this works pretty well. I still can't draw people, but that's a me problem. I don't know. I mean, I think that my style isn't really this realistic or proportionate. It's not like anime, but it's not like realistic. So like this one, her eyes are way too big, but like I think that's my favorite. I don't know. They all kind of look weird to me. Also, I can't draw boys. Don't mind that. I gave up on his hair. Anyway, so this works pretty well, I think, especially if you want to draw something realistic. So, yeah, there's that for anyone who cares.